Now, the Chief Inspector of Probation for England and Wales has warned that the early release of thousands of prisoners could lead to serious crime being committed, including murder. It comes as 50 police chiefs have signed a letter urging the Prime Minister to pursue what they call every legal option to prevent the early release of two of police officer Andrew Harper's killers. Here's our senior UK correspondent, Seema Katecha.
Prisons are crowded, so the government says thousands will be let out early from the autumn to create more space. It will then be up to probation staff to monitor those offenders in the community. They supervise criminals after their prison sentences and check they follow the terms of their release, such as sticking to curfews and not taking drugs. But the Chief Inspector of Probation says he's anxious about their workload.
I'm not fully confident that the probation service will be able to cope with this massive workload, and there's a risk that things will go wrong. One is simply failure in the community, people being recalled, reoffending, which of course is a bad outcome for the public, but ultimately there will be a small rate of serious reoffending, which will result in serious harm to victims, and that could be a serious sexual or violent offence or even murder.
5,000 offenders will be released from October. Ministers say if they're not, prisons could become full. Probation officers aren't supposed to speak to the media, but one spoke to us on the phone from the north of England. He said staff were incredibly overstretched.
We can't cope with this. We've been saying that to anybody who will listen. At the minute, I think it's pure panic in terms of where we're at. I don't understand how there can be this level of pressure put on us. The worst that can happen is that things are missed. Plans aren't put into place and we don't give people the level of service they need, and that leads to serious further offences. That leads to death under supervision.
The Ministry of Justice says it's invested a record £700 million into probation to ensure staff have the resources, powers and technology they need to manage offenders safely in the community. It says it's exceeded its annual recruitment target. Seema Katecha, BBC News.